Okay, 4 o'clock. Thank you very much for joining me. And today I wanted to talk about what Google My Business is, why you need it, and get you started. Okay, the reason behind this is I've had a lot of people asking lately if I can update their Google My Businesses, and when I go into them, they seem to be really out of date or not updated at all. So this is very simple. If you have a Google account for your business, this is what you need to do to make it better and to get more leads from it. So today I'm going to talk about what it is, basically why it's important, what does the business listing include, downloading your app, website linking, and updating, and how often you have to update. So what is Google My Business? It's an online listing for your business, and 50% of people that use Google for a search are looking for something local. So you really should be on there. Your competitors will be on there. So make your profile as good as possible by posting, and we'll talk about the things that you should be posting. Make it informative, get ahead of your competition. When you type into Google, for instance, on the one back, let's just go back one. I don't think you can see at the top actually. I typed into here social media for estate agents. So I get my listing. My listing comes up at the top, obviously, because I'm posting a lot. But you as an estate agent will probably have a lot of different competitors. So you do need to make sure that your listing is on that first page, because people, let's face it, don't scroll down and go pages and pages down in Google. The listings at the top of Google will have an ad next to them. So they're the people that are bought ads from Google. So there's nothing you can do about those, but we're talking about organically getting your search and getting your name up into the box that has the map on it. So just a little stat there, Google had a massive market share, look at that, 91.89, that's the most recent share statistics of Google, so that's where people search for your business. 70,000 searches every second on Google, so you definitely need to have your business listing front and foremost on Google, and of course, the last thing, it's free, so why wouldn't you do it? Do ask that. A lot of people don't do it. So this is here where we put in. So estate agency social media near me. So this is what you would type in, or somebody's going to type in for estate agent in, I don't know, Watford. I'll say that because it's near me. Estate agent in Watford, and what you want to be is on page one. I mean, this was for social media near me, but obviously it had estate agency in there. So you know, 3 zillion is that results came up in 0.74 seconds. Luckily we were there. So you will have this map, and it's going to have your business on there once you've had your listing verified. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can do that as well. And you know, on the right hand side of the page you'll have your little profile, so I'll show you what that's going to look like. So here we go. So this is my listing, and there's some bits that are reviewing at the moment, so they're the bits in orange. Where I've just made some changes, not obviously the stars, they're yellow, but you have quite a long listing. You can put in as much as you want in there. I'm going to go through the bits that you can put in and what they mean, but you might see on the right hand side of here that we've got our COVID notice, which obviously is something that is important at this time, especially now that you're reopening your businesses. Make sure that that notice, if you did have one, is updated, that you are open again now, and maybe put something nice and chat to people in there. We also put in some emojis. Emojis are always good on anything social, so make sure you're putting those in. So what's included? Well, obviously your business name, but you know, it sounds obvious, but make sure it's written right. Do you know what? You see so many where they've just put a random S in, or you know, they put an apostrophe, or where they didn't have an apostrophe on their name. So just make sure that you've put your name in correctly, what your business is. So the more you can tell Google, the more listings, the more searches you're going to come up in. So mine is a little bit more tricky because I do social media, I build websites, I do consultancy for lettings. I have quite a lot of different ones. So you have to go down a drop down menu and pick out the things that are most relevant. It doesn't give you the option to type in your own, it will give you what options are there, but obviously real estate estate agency, letting agents, property management if you're a estate agent. So that would be there. In the description, try to put all of your pro points. You know, what is it that's different about you? You have 750 words, I believe, in this section. So, you know, it's quite a nice little section. If you've got your own website, you could go and just copy and paste what you've got as your about us on your website and put that in. But again, the more that you can do, the better. Take out all those sort of fluffy words and put the facts in, put some bullet points, make it look good and easy to read, put some more emojis in. Okay, so you will get onto the map. Hopefully, if you're on the first page, you'll be nicely on there. Make sure that your address is written correctly. Now, Google is going to send you a postcard to verify your business address once you've done that. So if you've got multiple branches, do make sure that you're putting the addresses correctly and that you're telling somebody in the branches to look out for the postcard when it arrives, because it's going to have a code on it, which will have a G and some numbers that you're then going to have to go back into your business listing and put those in. So what quite often happens is you send out the verification, you forget to tell the branch manager, or somebody gets it and just thinks it's a postcard, sticks it in the bin. So do make sure that people are aware that that's coming. It normally takes about 4 to 5 days. Obviously, with the COVID situation, it's taking slightly longer at the moment, but you really do need to get your listing verified. Does make sure that you're very accurately placed on the map. If people are looking for you, people do like to know, especially if they're coming to your offices. I mean, not for me because I'm online necessarily, but you know, they look up my phone number and get that. But if somebody was coming to your office, then you really need to make sure that that listing is perfect on the map. And your opening hours. So again, as I said, you can put in your usual opening hours for every day of the week. When you've got holidays, Google will remind you. So if there's bank holidays, it'll come up and it will send you a little note saying, are you going to be open on bank holidays? Obviously, with the COVID situation, it came up and it gave me a notification to say, what are you doing during COVID? Are you closed? Are you open? So again, you know, we could put that in. So it will update you. Make sure that obviously that's your email that it's coming to. And again, you can add various emails and add different people into your listing. So if you don't want to be doing it on your own, you want to send it to your marketing person or whoever, you can add those in and they can look after your listing for you. So make sure you've got your hours. And of course, the big one is the Google reviews. So Google is, as we've said, you know, the biggest search engine, and it's where people are going to see what the reviews are. And we know now that people will want to know how good you are, but they'll also want to know what you are going to do if somebody doesn't like your business and has a negative reaction. What do you do about that? How are you going to respond? So you respond to all of your reviews. So please make sure, again, whoever is manning your My Business page is responding to those and does know how to respond. We do have a blog on our website, I put it in the comments after, which tells you how to respond to a negative review, because there is a certain way to do it, and obviously we're not talking about that today, but you do need to review, you do need to respond to reviews, whether they're good or whether they're bad. It's very, very important, if they're bad, that you don't get into an argument online. You know, you can say your piece, but you're not goading anybody. If somebody, look, we can't please everybody all of the time, everybody knows that, and in fact, the more reviews you get, people are going to understand if you've got a 4.5, if you've got a 4.6, 4.7, 4.8, you know, that's fine. Out of 5, when you've got hundreds, I don't have hundreds of reviews, so I don't have hundreds of clients, but as estate agents you do. So, you know, if you're asking people for those reviews, which is what you should be doing, then you do need to be responding to them correctly. So now you can link to your website, and again, we'll say, goes without saying, make sure the link's correct. I've seen so many when they're not. Somebody's put .co.uk when they're actually .com, because the person typing it in perhaps didn't check. But you can also buy a Google domain. This is fairly new with Google My Business. So when you go on, it will offer you that. Now it's only a tenner a year, obviously depending on your name, on your domain name. But the likelihood is that many of you have estate agency businesses that are in your own names. So it's very unlikely that somebody else has got it. If you do happen to have a business that's got exactly the same name as someone else, then yeah, assume, you know, it might be 15 quid a year, but it's worth having. Now, what it does is it will give you a little website. You can't change it, it'll put your pictures in. It gives you a set of templates that you can pick, so you can't have your own fonts and your own colors, but you can get a good idea. But it is just your Google, it's your Google domain. It's worth having. Google likes you to have Google products, as we know. So for that tenner, it's worth having it and making sure that you're using it and updating it, which happens automatically when you update your listing. So you can download the app as well from the App Store. So Google My Business, download it, put it onto your phone. This is actually my phone. I have all my little Google things in one place. And then your listing comes up and you can edit your listing on your mobile phone. So it's very handy to be able to do that and have that with you all the time, exactly the same as you can with your Facebook and your social media platforms. So, it's good to have the app on your phone as well as on your desktop. So keeping updated, photographs, of course, high-res photographs, please keep them up to date. They do change, you might change your front office, you might change your signage, you might change your staff, just update it. You can take off the old pictures and put on the new ones. It likes to see the regular sort of last 7 days of content. So, it doesn't matter about on the back listings, you're not keeping it as a catalogue like you kind of do with your Facebook. You might have albums on your Facebook, but on Google, just keep the updated pictures there. Businesses with photos, 35% more clicks to your website, so worth doing. Now, of course, video content across all of your platforms is essential, especially nowadays. Hopefully all your estate agents out there are getting used to that now with the virtual viewings, and that you are showcasing those online and on your platforms. Google owns YouTube, so if you're putting your videos onto your YouTube channel, which again you should be doing, then make sure that you're linking them across to your listing as well, and make it regular. You must post every week without fail. Google will start to lose interest in you if you're not posting every week, so make sure that you are. The more you post, the better, and obviously the more content and engaging content that you're posting, the better, and that's going to help your organic ranking. So if you are down lower than page 1, if you're on page 2, you really need to get onto page 1, but if you're at the lower end, then that will help you. We just did one of our clients last week, redid all their Google listings, and straight away they're at the top of that listing. It's just a week literally, and they're back up. It is amazing, so please go do it. So here's the sort of things that you're going to be putting on, or the sort of things that I would put on: videos, a nice testimonial video, webinars that I've been involved with, obviously my event today, Google My Business, because it will like me for liking it. You can just take the stuff that you're putting on your Facebook pages. If you have a very active Facebook or Instagram or Twitter account and you're posting there, then you might not want to put all of them on, but you can certainly take some of those and put them across onto your Google listing. So it shouldn't be taking you a lot of time. Measuring success is easy because they do it for you. So they tell you, well done. You'll get notifications coming through. You've got insights in the same way that you've got insights with your social media pages. So it's going to send you those emails coming through to that Gmail or that Google email that you've got, and telling you, how well you've done and what your posts are doing and where your customers are coming from, how many people are looking at you on the maps. So it's incredibly informative and nice, easy to see statistics there. So that's us. That's my chat for today, and my little team here. I'm sorry, I'm looking a little bit jaundiced in that picture, but we are here. We do run social media for estate agencies across the UK, especially those that are very into it. I guess with us, we want to work with people who really understand the importance of being online. And I think nowadays, maybe over the last 8, 9, 10 weeks, everybody has started to realise that that is where the customers are. So thank you very much for your time. We have got some resources and we have got this blog written, and we'll be putting the video onto the blog as well. So that will be on our website, and we hope that that is been very interesting for you. So that's it for today, and I will see you again soon. Take care.